Discovery Weekly.
Welcome to Discovery Weekly, a bonus show from the podcast Discovery Show where we talk about all the things we've discovered this week that are not podcast related. I'm Zach.
I'm Kirk.
And I'm Matt.
And I discovered something pretty cool about Minecraft. And I've never played this game in general. Don't really know anything about the actual gameplay of it or anything like that. But I read about something called the Uncensored Library. And this is and I'll actually post the link in chat, and I'll use this as a reminder that if anybody is listening to us right now, come check us out live streaming sometime. You know, we'd love to have you join us. But this is so Minecraft, for anybody who's completely unaware, is kind of an open source sandbox type world. You can build whatever you want in it. You literally build it block by block. And what the Uncensored Library is literally just that. It is a place where banned journalism and books are stored online.
What?
And so regardless of the freedom of information in different countries, it is in Minecraft. And so they figured out a way to essentially smuggle information into areas where it's literally not available. They have entire sections dedicated to journalists who have been killed that were trying to get stories out and things like that. So here's a little bit about the project from them. In many countries, websites, social media, and blogs are controlled by oppressive leaders. Young people in particular are forced to grow up in systems where their opinion is heavily manipulated by governmental disinformation campaigns. But even where almost all media is blocked or controlled, the world's most successful computer game is still accessible. Reporters Without Borders use this loophole to bypass internet censorship to bring back the truth within Minecraft. And if you look at the photos of this, that's not like a computer rendering. That's what the library looks like in Minecraft.
You can make some amazing stuff, and whoever made this did an amazing job.
It's crazy looking. And literally, it's just such an interesting premise because, first of all, they built something amazing. But then on top of that, the goal of what they're doing is kind of insane. It's a wild thing to do to incorporate into a game.
That's amazing. I had no clue. What you mentioned, you asked if we had talked about it before today, and I was like, no. I figured it was going to be something cheesy because I don't like Minecraft very much. And it's not. That is amazing. And it's also genius.
Yeah. And so it even has things where they talk about the people who have been killed and you can read more about them, which is something that's not really available because normally these people are killed because of the things they're trying to get out there. But basically each of these places, you can go country by country. You can go to your country and find things that are banned in your country. And and each of these things also has a press freedom index that tells you kind of how available information is to you. It's translated into basically every language because each country has their own section of this library where you can go and read things specific to you in your language. And so it's just this crazy premise that it had to have taken just so much time, but it's so interesting.
That's just mind blowing to me. Because heck, it wasn't even that long ago that one kid was giving out, what was it? Squid Games. And he got charged with, was it in North Korea? I think it was North Korea. I could be wrong, but I think it was North Korea. And he was sentenced to death. Pretty hard. He was sentenced to death for having a copy of Squid Games, the show, and showing it to some friends. That's how censored things are in other countries. Not every other country, obviously, but I don't think I had realized at what level things were censored in some of those countries.
That's crazy.
And could you imagine living or growing up, literally being born? That's the thing, is now it's been long enough because it's been multiple generations. I'm talking about specifically North Korea, but there's literally a generation and a half probably that were born or brought up where they have never seen anything aside from the propaganda of their country.
True.
It's crazy.
Wild. Yeah. There was some NPR story of someone sneaking in movies, like not specifically good movies, on USB drives.
I've heard about this. They'll take them over in drones too, and just like drop USB drives full of the
It'll be
outside
like
forbidden
Pretty in
knowledges.
Pink. It's like crappy movies too. but imagine thinking Pretty in Pink is like this holy grail thing. Like, oh my God, we got a movie from the outside. This is amazing. And it's like, oh, it's Pretty in Pink.
Can you imagine how foreign
movie,
that would be to you, seeing Pretty in Pink, if your entire life has been under like a oppressive regime like that? That would be.
And then like going somewhere else and being like, oh my God, there's way better movies than Pretty in Pink.
This is not the best movie ever made.
The top, man. I don't know, like Pretty in Pink came up, but
whatever. But yeah, that's insane. And that's really cool that they found some extremely obscure loophole to be able to share knowledge and journalism with other countries.
This will be in the show links. Definitely check it out. It's really impressive what they've built here. And it looks like they even have like a little bit of like a documentary type film from Reporters Without Borders who were kind of putting this together. So there's a lot more you can learn about it, but it's a really cool thing.
Can I also say, I think it would be really funny if like the bad guys in Minecraft, the zombie things, are just like running around and like you have to
in
fight
the
them.
Library.
Yeah, you have to fight them off to read uncensored news.
I'm trying to learn.
Well, I found I just stumbled across this article. It's actually a Snopes article because did you know that at first the shopping cart was not a successful invention?
That's so weird.
It was actually met with just very blah. No one cared. So in the middle of the Depression, Sylvan Goldman was an Oklahoma grocer, and he acquired several. I love the name of the store, and I want to make another grocery store chain named this Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty stores. They are now a bankrupt chain of grocery stores in the South. And he tried to turn them around and make them profitable, but it was the Depression, so it was kind of like difficult. So he was trying to find a way to change the landscape of grocery shopping. So he would watch the patrons, watch the people as they shopped, looking for clues that would help him, get an angle on getting them to spend more money, spend more time, and stuff like that. He began to notice that they generally stopped shopping when their hand-carried baskets became uncomfortably heavy. And they would head to the check counter, and rather than get a new basket, they would usually just pay for what they had and leave. So what he did is he affixed an undercarriage made from a folding chair with wheels added to it to pairs of metal over-the-arm baskets. So it sounds like it probably looked horrible. So maybe that's part of the reason.
Yeah, I was going to say that might be why everyone's like, this is stupid.
But it was his concept was, okay, well, if weight was out of the equation and they didn't have to carry things, would customers buy more? Would they shop longer? And the answer was a resounding no.
No, they would not.
But this is the thing that I like even more. The guy didn't get super down. He didn't give up. This is what he did. He hired decoy shoppers to wheel the new carts through the store so that other people would see them demonstrated and how to use them and how innovative they could be. And he also stationed someone at the front door to greet patrons and offer them a cart as they entered.
Pretty smart.
And eventually they freaking caught on. And upon his death in 1984, Goldman left behind an estate worth more than $400 million. Most of it earned thanks to the folding chair that he had put on wheels way back during the Depression. It was just a crazy story. And again, obviously, a lot of people thought that it was fake because it sounds fake, but it's a true story.
What I'm trying to figure out is I haven't been able to get past the metal over the arm baskets.
I don't know if they did a good job of describing it or if it just really was bad. Let me read it again. I'll read it exactly the way it's said. He affixed an undercarriage, in quotes, made from a folding chair with wheels added to it, end quotes.
Okay, I think I get that part.
To pairs of metal over the arm baskets.
And what I'm trying to figure out is, okay, are the baskets they have at Publix supposed to go over your arm and not in your hand?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to like put them in the crook of your arm, right? Like I think I've seen people do that. Maybe that's what they're talking about.
That's what I'm thinking is maybe he took two of those, put them in a chair, put wheels on the chair. I was like, look, innovation. Enjoy.
Innovation.
The future.
No, but it's really funny. He was thinking the right way. You know, he's like, well, the baskets are getting too heavy and they're leaving. And we don't want that. We want them to stay here and buy more things. And so how do we get that to happen? We make their baskets not heavy anymore. No, he sounds like he was like really ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And everybody uses shopping carts now.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures. I Googled the original shopping cart. It actually, there's like a patent thing for him. It looks like a shopping cart. Just like without, it's not very deep. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
One of the things, have you guys ever seen, I'm sure you have, the baskets that then have like a weird handle and wheels on them and they never work right? And does anyone use them that way? I feel like almost no one uses them that way.
They're like roller backpacks, right?
Yeah, they're like a suitcase, like, you know, like the suitcase thing, but it's
I know what you're talking
basket. About. And you look like a jabroni when you're doing it if you use it that way. And half the time they're like these little baby wheels and they don't roll. So you just end up dragging it. So now you look like more of a jabroni because you're going through the store just
pulling this
around. Thing, hitting all the other things behind you.
Goddamn jabroni.
And what I mean by that is I use it every single time. Just everyone looks at me funny.
Yeah. You just full commit to being a jabroni. It's the best way to be.
The best way to be. So talking about grocery shopping, this actually does apply. One of my discoveries this week was I watched on HBO Max. There's a new comedy special.
Not a sponsor.
That I enjoyed called Moses Storm's new comedy special called Trash White, where he talks a lot about growing up in poverty, dumpster diving in the backs of, you know, crappy grocery store chains and then like the rich ones. I enjoyed it. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. Have you seen the Moses Storm?
No, I don't know.
Thing?
No, I'm not familiar.
I only know him from that comedy theater that I worked at. He and what was it called? Now I can't remember. It was Moses and Jay and Moses or something. They had a show that they hosted and it was great. But he is this little, I mean, I don't want to demean the guy. He's this little guy and he's great. He's very like Conan O'Brien, for example, produced this special. So he's quick. He's quick. He's goofy. And it's like, he does silly over like seriousness. Like, this is a joke, guys. This is really good. You know, he'll debase himself because it's funny. But this one was really cool. I'll read the little blurb. In his wildly original debut special, Storm gets unflinchingly personal about his childhood spent dumpster diving in extreme poverty, despite looking like he was conceived at an Ivy League a cappella concert.
He does look like a rich white kid. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he has, this whole thing at the top where he's just like, I look like, you know, and he just keeps killing himself. Like, it's great. But it was really cool. It was different. One of my pet peeves on comedy specials these days is they're just like, here's my opinion. These comedians go up there and they're like, let me tell you about stuff, rather than like, let me tell you some jokes, you know? It's like, let me tell you why I'm right. And it's like, no, just tell me jokes, man. I want to laugh. And he does that in spades, and he makes it personal about poverty. And he keeps saying this throughout the special, that he's not doing this TED Talk thesis thing, but he's like, but if I were, my thesis would be that, what is it? Crazy beats scary. And it's this pretty awesome arc of the whole show. And it's really cool set design. And I definitely recommend it because it's very unique, and it's on HBO Max. I think just
Moses
HBO
Storm,
Max.
Trash White.
Trash White. Yeah. He's on this set that's just covered in trash, but it's all painted white.
Okay. It's very literal.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. But that's my discovery.
All right, we're going to take a quick ad break, and we will be right back with some more discoveries.
Hello, greetings, and good day. My name is Keith Gala, and I'm the host of That Was Great, Wasn't It? Each week, I'll be joined by my friends, both old and new, to reminisce on our youth via the nostalgic power of Saturday morning cartoons. Some will be classics, some will be classics with air quotes, but all will have us pondering the same philosophical conundrum. That was great, wasn't it? Season 1 will be breaking down Pro Stars. Pro Stars is part of NBC's 1991 Saturday morning lineup and features the all-time greats of Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky, doing their best to stop bad guys, inspire the youth, and protect the environment. Keep up to speed with the show by following us on Twitter and Instagram at How Great Was That? Subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Well, thank you so much for sticking around. And I discovered that there is a group that is pitching the international flag of planet Earth. Have you guys seen this thing yet?
No.
So we're not talking about countries anymore. We're talking about when there's an alien, this is what's going to be on our pirate ship when we fight them. And
On our pirate ship.
This is exclusively
Jolly Roger.
Yeah.
When we invade them. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good dig.
So basically, there is a group that started like a nonprofit that literally is just to tell people that we want this to be the flag of Earth. And so I think their premise, and I'll find one of these where essentially we could talk about it. So basically, purpose of the flag to be used while representing planet Earth to remind the people of Earth that we share this planet no matter of national boundaries, that we should take care of each other and the planet we live on. So I think the entire idea is to step outside of all the kind of the tribalism and division and try and look at it as one planet type situation. Another kind of quote from their website is, what we believe: when a flag like this is adopted, people are more frequently reminded of the messages it represents. We firmly believe that its exposure will create substantial impact with social, cultural, environmental, and economic ripple effects. And so basically that's all they're about. And I mean, through this, they said basically, we're not a retailer. We're just a nonprofit. We don't sell them, but there is one that they recommended. And so I found out about this other company, which I'm not really a big like flag person. I've never bought a flag, but
I've become less and less a flag person in the last few years.
Things have happened that have made me really not trust flags. But basically, there was this other group called Flags for Good. And this was started during the pandemic. And what they do is each one of their flags has essentially a charity they donate to because of it. And they also say, we're not just, okay, so some of the flags that we were subtly referring to with maybe world leaders like animated to look like Rambo riding a dolphin shooting a machine gun, those are not produced by this company. They only produce flags that they actually like and are not garbage.
So it's the ones where Jesus is guiding his hand as he writes laws.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. No, it's the opposite of what you're thinking.
Oh.
Basically, you can get state flags. You can get like a United States flag, but they don't do that. It's not like that. But it's a U.S. company instead of paying for imported weird flags. So it's not something you have to do. But basically, they also remove as much of the packaging as possible so that they can try to be as good to the planet as they possibly can. So if you're looking for a flag, we'll have this in the show links as well. Like I said, I've never really been like, I want to buy a flag. But if I wanted to, I might go to these guys.
Zach, you mentioned something that I haven't been able to stop thinking about now.
What's that?
And I want to know
the description of the flag I told you?
No. I want to know if there's ever been a movie or a book written or a screenplay written that instead of us being invaded by aliens, we do human things and we invade.
We go imperialism. Them.
Because that's what we do.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, why do we all assume that we would be invaded by aliens? Only because that's what the F we would do.
Yeah, no, I mean, because we can't fly off the planet like that.
How has there never? Can you guys think of a? Okay, there we go. That's a good one.
I've never seen.
I'm not saying it. It was an okay movie. It was an amazing movie to watch in theaters in 3D. Now, if you watch it at home on TV, it's a really bad movie.
And that is not a good sign.
But there needs, I want to make that movie now.
I think that we should just vastly overestimate how good we are at invading and go invade some aliens who then have something to say about it.
I want to do the opposite of signs that we're like allergic to their air or something.
Where they're having a birthday party and there's like camcorder footage of just a naked guy walking by.
Exactly.
Like we go over there and just start being Florida men all over their alien planet.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love that. I always thought about that with Planet of the Apes. I know this sounds weird, but stay with me. It's like, so monkeys had evolved to the point where they have surpassed humans and now they are the dominant species.
Right.
And then there's just like a few humans that are like, nah, I ain't letting that happen. And it's like, well, now you're the ape in the previous situation now, just dismantling what these apes have built on Earth. You fools.
And the cycle continues.
Damn you. Damn you.
I remember loving that movie as a kid because I just thought it looked so cool. But it was a show too, wasn't it? Was it a show or was it only a movie?
I haven't seen the show. There was definitely a Charlton Heston movie. That's the one I remember. I'm thinking
of the old one, so it maybe just was the movie, and I just feel like it was on all the time. Maybe that's what it is.
No, dude, they felt like some of them, like after the first two, I feel like maybe the third and fourth, because there were like 5.
Maybe that's why it felt like there was movies of them.
Yeah,
or TV shows.
I will say that the whole like sequel Things to Death thing isn't that new. They did try it many times in the past.
Yeah, that's true.
So I found something that's really cool and also a tiny bit terrifying. So I actually saw a TikTok about it, and then I had to look it up and learn more. Scientists have created living robots. And I didn't know what that meant. And it's insane. It's kind of hard to understand. Zach, in show notes, or in show links, the link is in there if you want to put it in the chat or anywhere, or let Matt see it even, just to give you guys a context of it. So last year, a team of biologists and computer scientists from Tufts University, again, I don't even know where Tufts University is, but they were together with University of Vermont and I believe Harvard. They created a novel, tiny, self-healing biological machine from frog cells. They're called Xenobots. They can move around, push a payload, and even exhibit collective behavior in the presence of a swarm or other Xenobots. So basically, these things work together. It's really weird. You can see them. They look like little Pac-Mans, kind of. They're like a little bit of a fortune cookie shape kind of thing. But the thing that's really cool, because I was like, okay, that's neat. That's crazy. They somehow use stem cells to make these things alive. And then these things grew cilia so they could like swim and move.
What?
And So the same team now created life forms that self-assemble a body from single cells. So it starts from a single cell and then it builds itself. They do not require muscle cells to move and even demonstrate the capability of recordable memory. The new generation of Xenobots also move faster, navigate different environments, and have longer lifespans than the first edition. And they still have the ability to work together in groups and heal themselves if damaged. Like frogs, frogs can like grow a leg back and stuff. So that's something they're trying to figure out how to do, essentially. It looks like that's what the goal is that's one of the goals, is to be able to understand how that works with frogs so that we can then do that and to heal ourselves as humans. Where's some more stuff about it?
Honestly, this does sound amazing, and I'm sure the amount of high level science that goes into it, my tiny brain could not ever possibly understand. But this is the first 5 minutes of a sci-fi horror movie.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I'm just saying, before the Xenobots start to like grow higher intelligence and turn into some kind of a big thing that's going to kill us all, this is the first scene.
1,000%. Well, I mean,
my God.
So true. So here's a quote from one of the professors. In a frog embryo, cells cooperate to create a tadpole. Here, removed from that context, we see that cells can repurpose their genetically encoded hardware, like cilia, for new functions such as locomotion. It is amazing that cells can spontaneously take on new roles and create new body plans and behaviors without long periods of evolutionary selection for those features. That's what's interesting, is they've been evolving already. Like they're evolving super fast, like the way that they're moving.
Yeah.
And on the biology end, this approach is helping us understand how cells communicate as they interact with one another during development, and how we might better control those interactions. So that's what they're trying to look for. They've also talked about them like being able to hunt down and get microplastics, which that to me sounds terrifying, because you're talking about letting these things out in the wild and just letting them go.
Yeah. What else? The other thing that's terrifying is microplastics. It's literally everywhere in everything that we drink. It's really bad.
It is crazy. But that's not even the end of the story, guys. This isn't even how I found this. The way that I found this in the TikTok that I saw wasn't about the Xenobots that were created. It was the fact that, hey guys, they've learned how to reproduce themselves without them being programmed to do so.
I am being further persuaded that this is the first 5 minutes of a really good sci-fi horror movie.
So yeah, they have found a way to reproduce, and it's like a specific type of reproduction that doesn't require. It's not like sexual reproduction. It's a specific type of reproduction they talk about. I forget what it's hard to even say anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it is funny because they quote a philosophy and professor of law from Duke University, Nita Farahani, and she says, anytime we try to harness life, we should recognize its potential to go really poorly. And yeah, I think that a lot of people have a lot of Jurassic Park vibes when they hear and see this story.
Yeah, what is it? Life finds a way?
Yes.
Oh, God. Well, this is even scarier.
It's exciting
than that
and scary at the same time, because the thing is, it's so. I think the whole concept of us being able to, first of all, manipulate cells to then make them create life is crazy, mind-blowing. Second, the fact that then those cells were able to find a way and be smart enough to reproduce themselves, scary, mind-blowing, also could be amazing, because they're talking about them being able to be programmed to perform useful functions such as finding cancer cells in the human body or trapping microplastics in the ocean or whatever. But I think the idea for using them as finding cancer cells and stuff like that is really cool. Or, finding out more about how frogs are able to self-heal, or amphibians in general. I think that's really cool stuff. It's just the fact that these are
oh God,
doing
They're
their own
already
thing.
doing
It's a
what
little
they
bit scary.
want to do.
Yeah, just wait till they learn
Can
to
you
take over
imagine
drones.
All right, go find those cancer cells. And they're like, actually, this is a nice body. Let's just take
I
it.
think we'll keep it.
I think we'll just go into the brain and
then
change
we have
this person into us.
Then we have a Cronenberg movie. Done.
Oh,
Immediately.
dude, that straight up freaks me out. Can you imagine just like 100 years down the line, just meeting someone and being like, hey, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, that's a fucking Xenobot. That's a Xenobot.
I don't, all of it, my brain just can't wrap around it, honestly. But it is amazing.
It's
a double-edged sword of technology and science.
Yeah. Can we, should we? Those are the two questions. And they are only asking, can we? As they always do. Hold on. What was my other one? I forgot what my
Verywellfamily.com.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna learn some new words, some new slangs.
Yes. You all should be excited for the Teen Slang Dictionary for Parents
what the youths
on verywellfamily.com. Exactly. I had to include this. I don't even know how I stumbled on this, honestly.
He was trying to learn what the kids are saying.
Yeah. He
was Googling yeet.
Really out of touch.
And then he found it.
What is yeet?
What is a yeet? The kids keep telling me they're going to yeet things.
Ask Jeeves.
Dang it. You pulled it out of my mouth. I was literally saying, ask Jeeves. Dang it. Got me.
Hey, Siri. So, man, I'm just going to read some of this because this reads like an out of touch parent trying to understand what kids are saying. And then we'll take a break for each section of slang, and we'll talk about them. I imagine.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
let's learn together.
I'm just going to read this. This is by Amy Morin, who is the editor in chief of Very Well Mind. She is also a psychotherapist, international best-selling author, and host of the Very Well Mind podcast.
Oh, here we go. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, there we go. Teens in each generation develop a unique language of their own. Think out of sight, fat, pH fat, rinse, gag me with a spoon, radical, and peace out. And even though you're part of a youth culture,
I'm sorry,
and the slang that defines it. Oh, what does gag me with a spoon mean?
Yeah, is that a thing?
None of the other one, all the other ones make sense. I can almost infer what it means. That one does. What?
I don't think it's even really slang. It's like going ew. It's like literally saying ew, or like I'm embarrassed. Or I think that's what it is.
Has a person ever said that before, Amy?
I don't know. And who calls parents rinse? Yeah, the rinse.
I don't know.
I didn't know.
Nobody says
what
peace out.
That meant either. Rinse.
Oh, yeah, rinse. Renters. No. When you're young, it gets harder to keep up with the latest teen jargons when you are their parent. So here's her overview. Trying to figure out what teens are saying is increasingly challenging.
You got that right.
Yeah. As the explosion of social media
I've ever heard.
I'm telling you, it's too funny not to just. As the explosion of social media, memes, digital communication, and the ever-present cell phone means teen speak is evolving faster than ever.
They wrote it as memes, not memes.
Memes, yeah. Memes. Once you think you've mastered a few phrases, you're probably out of touch already. Some of this slang enters the mainstream vernacular, and by that point, is no longer cool or sick.
No. Dude, I don't think we even use that slang anymore.
No.
That's sick.
I mean, I was never great with slang, but
man.
Most of these words simply disappear as they lose favor with kids and are almost instantaneously replaced with new ones. So as with it and up to speed as we adults think we may be, most of us could benefit from a primer on the latest teen slang. We cover it all below, from social media acronyms and text message shorthand to code word for drugs, friends, and parties. All right, let's just go through some of these. All right, below are some commenting slang words you might hear. Dope, which, and it has their definition next to it. Dope, cool or awesome.
Yeah.
Goat, quote, greatest of all time. Gucci, good, cool, or going well.
Yeah, I mean,
Lit, amazing, cool, or exciting. OMG, an abbreviation for oh my gosh or oh my god. Salty, bitter, angry, agitated. Sick, SIC, SIC/SICK. Cool or sweet. Snatched, looks good, perfect, or fashionable. The new on fleek.
oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm learning
Fire.
a lot right now.
Yeah. Are you guys taking notes?
Yeah, we could put it on our TikToks. We
Yeah.
can put all these
Yeah.
on here.
We'll start using all of these on the TikToks.
They love it.
Well, we'll definitely have to use fire, which means hot, trendy, amazing, or on point. Formerly straight fire. TBH.
Josh still likes to use straight fire
TBH.
a lot.
Hey, I don't blame him. It's I mean, let's be honest,
It's
though,
straight
he's
fire.
behind the times.
It's the OG fire.
Yeah. It'll make a comeback. TBH, to be honest. T, gossip, situation, story, or news. Thirsty, trying to get attention.
No,
That's
I
one way
don't-
to describe
I think she didn't get the full
it. She
what
maybe
kind
didn't
of
get.
attention.
She maybe didn't get context there.
She didn't get these
Yeah.
from Urban Dictionary, did she?
Yeah, dude. And
You
like
have-
the cherry picking of them is hilarious.
I want
It's
to
like,
go watch her video, one of this, where she's asking people on the street to describe these for her.
YOLO is the last one on this little section. You only live once. Parentheses, often used ironically. All right. You guys ready for people or relationships
Oh, yeah.
slang?
Of course.
Okay, you guys know this one. Everybody at home, say it with me. Bae. Before anyone else, babe or baby is used to describe a romantic partner.
I did
or
not
good
know
friend.
that bae meant that. I thought
I don't know
it
if
just
it
meant
does.
babe. Like, what's up, bae? I thought that's all it was. I thought it was like a stupid abbreviation for a word that was already the same amount of syllables.
I think it is. I don't
I feel
think
like it is
Amy's
too.
correct
And
here.
then somebody had to write an article about it. And so they were like, what else could this stand for? Instead of just being like
Yeah.
a lazier way to say this.
All right. Next is basic, boring, average, or unoriginal. Oh, this is great. This is just an acronym. BF/GF, boyfriend or girlfriend.
No, like the
BFF.
parenthetical.
Yeah.
Used
BFF,
when
best friends
texting.
forever.
Not
Yeah,
in
not in
conversation.
conversation.
You don't ever
Never.
say that to people in real life. That's a text
Ridiculous.
word.
Stupid. BFF, best friends forever. Bruh, bro or dude. All three terms are gender neutral.
Don't tell Josh that. He's going to freak out.
Yep. We've had about 6 hours worth of arguments about that with Josh.
Oh God.
That's not an
I mean,
exaggeration.
has he seen Good Burger? It's gender neutral.
I think he has, maybe.
Come on. I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all
We're
dudes.
all dudes.
Come on. Cap. Fake or a lie. Curve.
I just learned
To
that
reject someone romantically. Curve.
No, cap. And my
cap.
kids use it all the time.
Yeah, what? People will say no cap. And I used to think that means like seriously. But I guess it means
It
fake
is
or lie.
basically, it means like no lie.
Yeah, no lie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not fake. But if you say cap, then it is fake.
But like what?
Why did they? Where did that come from? I guess I guess
Youths.
a lot of these don't have to make sense. They just start being a thing.
It's just the Utes.
The Utes.
The Utes.
Anybody?
emo-
My cousin Vinny?
The Utes, yeah, we just watched that. The Utes. The what?
That's a good
You know,
movie.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The youths. So good. Emo, someone who's emotional or a drama queen.
Sure.
Bam, group of friends. Flex, to show off. Oh, this one's got a long.
Oh, and look how long it is. Oh, this is clearly hit a nerve.
Oh, no.
This
Amy
is
clearly been called a Karen.
No. She's become self-aware.
Oh, no. A disparaging way to describe a petty middle-aged woman who is rude, especially to people who work in the service industry. For example, saying what a Karen about someone who returns their drink at a restaurant for not having enough ice, or someone who doesn't know slang and teaches it to others. That's not it.
I think you added a little
look at
bit.
that. Yeah, look right under that. No cap. Totally true or no lie. I love that. I love that
she has to explain it if you put no in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't read all of them.
No, my favorite is she has leet speak on the next one.
Yes, I did want to go through those. So this is very funny to me.
Does she have P3
this is the section.
No.
Dude, so it's even better. So this section is parties, drugs, and sex. So this is for parents to be like,
you should really watch out for these ones, parents.
Are my teens saying this? Here below is a list of some social slang to be aware of.
Jugs.
53X means sex. CU46 means see you for sex.
This is what I'm not convinced has ever been actually used. I mean,
Never.
I could have been too old to have experienced people texting this to each other, but seems weird.
No,
oh, man.
That's not a thing. A dager or a dager, a party during the day.
It's like a rager.
Oh, like rager. Yeah.
But a dager. I don't like it.
That's terrible.
That's funny. Underneath that is a function, which
or funk.
That is a synonym for party. Right? Kickback is a small party.
These are terrible.
She's really just reaching for some of these. Netflix and chill, we all know. A rager is a big party. My God, that's not teen.
By the way,
slang.
I do have a question because I got caught saying this, and I this is a like a thing now. It's a thing in comedy. I've seen a few shows that mention it. So, did Netflix and chill always mean sex, or did it at one point mean let's watch Netflix and chill?
I know. I think the implication was always like, hey, come over and watch Netflix, and we're gonna not watch Netflix.
Well, damn, I didn't know that.
Oh man,
boomer.
You're like, hey kids, want to come back and watch
Netflix and chill? I invited your grandparents.
I think I did say it to you guys once. That's how I knew what it meant. I think I said it to Zach and Josh once. They're like, what?
Did we react strongly to that?
I was like, what? I mean, I'm not talking about sex. I'm just talking about watching Netflix and hanging out. Like, that's not what that means.
Tricky.
I was like, what do you mean
that
it's not what that means?
Because it's definitely something people do. Like, I'm not saying that every time anybody's watching Netflix, they're having sex, but Netflix and chill was like, you invite someone over, like, hey, you want to watch some Netflix and chill, but it's you're just trying to get them over so you can not watch Netflix.
Usually, if you want to watch the Netflix, you just say, you want to come over for Netflix?
But no chilling.
See, you even want to say it because
I'm abstaining.
It rolls off the tongue.
It rolls off the tongue.
It does. The last two that I think are hilarious are WTTP, which we all know what that stands for, right?
Yeah.
What would Jesus do?
Want to trade photos?
I wouldn't have guessed that. No.
Nope. And what about this classic? LMIRL. Let's meet in real life.
I mean, first of all, if anybody's texting your kids that, you should probably watch out for that. But I don't think people are really texting that often.
Can you imagine an adult texting that to anybody? Just at all? LMIRL. What's funny to me is if anybody texted me that, I would be like, what? And then they'd go, oh, let's meet up in real life. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, well, that was a useless endeavor using slang.
Well, I love this article by Karen that explains what a Karen is.
Her name's Amy, but she's pretty much a Karen, is what I've realized.
So I do have one more discovery for you guys, and it's a blend because there's also an Amazon discovery at the end. So in 2004, an extremely popular person at the time was Jessica Simpson, and Jessica Simpson made an all edible body beauty line or something like this. It was called Desserts. It was called Dessert Beauty by Jessica Simpson.
Because that was like when we were in high school, right?
Too.
So yeah, it was 2004. Yeah. So it was stocked at Sephora, and there was body mists, lip glosses, bubble bath, shampoos, whipped body creams with sprinkles included, perfumes, body wash, and blush, all edible and with ridiculous names like a deliciously kissable belly button love potion fragrance. But even though the marketing for this is terrible, like apparently her then husband, Nick Lachey, was in on this as well. But the reviews were bad. So one customer got a yeast infection from using the butterscotch toffee body wash. Another was using the deliciously kissable belly button love potion fragrance and was followed everywhere by bees. And so because of this, they pulled the line, so this is gone. But I have great news for you. There is one still available. There's one left in stock. Jessica Simpson's Dessert by Jessica Simpson for women. Deliciously kissable belly button fragrance for just $25. You can have it. And there is one rating, and I'll read it to you. Doesn't smell too good. Weird odor, and the smell is gone within minutes. Doesn't smell too good. Weird odor, and the smell is gone within minutes of applying. Too bad. I usually like Jessica's stuff. So if you guys want the last remaining, and I feel like I need to say it one more time because it's really fun to say. Jessica Simpson's Dessert by Jessica Simpson for women. Deliciously kissable belly button fragrance. There's one left. Clock is ticking.
And what can I get that for? And is a steal?
$25.
$25. Boom.
Man,
and I'm a little concerned because I think they've canceled this a long time ago. It might be a little expired.
That's why
it's supposed to be edible.
Tastes good.
Yeah, that's why their belly button is.
Does it still attract bees?
Smelling weird. Maybe not. Maybe the bee problem is gone now, so it just smells weird. But then it goes away in just a few minutes.
I had to mute myself because I coughed. I laughed so hard that I started coughing uncontrollably.
I was just picturing the meeting room of like, all right, board adjourned. Let's release this product, and then the next day, just coming back in, and they're like, guys,
we got a bee
what
problem.
Is going on?
No, I'm just saying, who makes a belly button fragrance? Is that a thing necessary for the world?
Wait,
and then how do you
is it supposed to be for your belly button?
Yes. Did you not hear me say belly button so many times?
Just
when I read the name?
Stupid thing in the title. I didn't know you were supposed to put that shit in your belly button.
No. Okay. Here comes the article, and this will all be in the show notes. Everybody, check it out. But there's a little picture montage on there, and you can see her putting the bee attractor right into her belly button. Nick Lachey's in one of them. He had a really greasy little thing. He went on Ryan Seacrest's show, and he said they're very sensual products, which I was fortunate enough to be able to taste test. Nick Lachey, settle down. Go to 97 degrees at least.
Or stop licking your girlfriend or your wife's belly button,
you weirdo.
You fucking psycho. What?
But yeah, so enjoy that, everyone. And
I can't get the image of someone putting stuff on their belly button and being like, I feel good about myself. And then being like, oh, I'm being hunted by bees.
And I'm mainly concerned because if your belly button is something you feel like you need to mask a scent, it's like you need to address that in different ways. Don't put Jessica Simpson's Where is that?
Belly butter or whatever.
It's deliciously kissable belly button love potion fragrance.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I just wanted to leave everyone with that. So you can think about it throughout the week. But yeah, we missed you all.
We did.
We missed getting together and talking about things like this because we feel like people need to know about these types of things.
This is important.
It's important to get it out there.
We're just stealing taglines now.
Yeah, this feels like the website for the planet's flag, where they're just like, well, we're not a business, but like, yeah, this is important, I guess.
Yeah, it's a flag. It's flag. Cool, guys. We should use this.
Oh man,
you can take it. We're like, tell someone about it, please.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.